Welcome to another episode of Baby Daddy Chronicles. It is I, it is he, it is your future favorite baby daddy. Yes, sir.
When? That is the question we all want to know. When? We are in the great year of our Lord and Savior of 2025. And we the people want to know.
When?
When is this gonna happen?
Hey.
You keep saying this on every show. Your future favorite baby daddy. But at some point, gotta have a baby to be a baby daddy.
That's why I said your future favorite, because I'm just.
Well, when is the future? Huh?
Whenever I decide to, all right, have one, bro. How about you? You go have another one. Cause you too worried about me having one.
I'm not. I just want to make sure you're not lying to me.
No, I'm not lying to the people.
You are. Clearly.
I'm not.
You're saying the future favorite baby. When the fuck is the future? When? If not now, when?
It's a good question. I'm trying to get my life together, bro.
Here this man go, bro.
For real.
Finish your intro, bro.
This man just.
I just don't want you to be a liar. That's all I'm saying. Lying at 35 is crazy, bro.
Hey, yo, shut the fuck up, yo.
Crazy
Lying
work,
at 35?
That's crazy work, bro.
All because I don't know, man. Maybe a year or two. All right, maybe a year or two. Quotation mark.
A year or two.
Yeah, maybe a year or two, or maybe never. Maybe I just adopt a kid.
Not the same, but hey, whatever. If you want to take over somebody else's franchise player, you do that. I'm of the mindset. I'd rather build my franchise from the ground up.
I understand you, but I don't
want to get an A on the group project just because I wrote my name on the paper.
It would only be.
I'm saying, don't let that go over your head. I'm just saying.
I understand that completely. It would only be like if it was like a family member, somebody I'm dating, a family member, that that's a type of situation. I'm not gonna go out into the world and fuck that. That's too much trauma. I ain't got time for that. No offense, love them, bless them, hope they do well. I ain't got time to be undoing the trauma of you and all these other group, because I'd be like, this point, get the fuck out of my house too. So, in that situation, but we'll see. What's going on, man?
Honestly, I don't even know where to. I'm good.
How's locking in going?
It's going.
Don't sound excited.
It's not that I'm not excited. It's not that I'm not excited. I'm not excited, but I'm excited because what needs to happen and what I know is going to happen and what is happening is all like meshing together.
Mm-hmm.
It's just staying consistent. That's the biggest thing. So, yeah. So that's the biggest thing. It's just the locking in isn't the hard part. It's staying locked in. That's the hard part. Truthfully speaking. Because it's easy to lock in, for me, at least. I don't know about other people, but it's easy for me to lock in. It's staying locked in and shutting myself off that is the hard part. Or not even hard. It's just staying consistent with it. All right.
I got two topics.
What's up?
It's up to you to decide.
Mm.
So so I'm doing a series called Dating with Kids series, right?
We can blend both them bitches together. I don't even know what the second one is. Just blend them together, bro.
The second one was Father's Day guidelines. The one you was like, when you last one, you know what I'm talking about? We did episode and you was like, oh, that's not in the Father's Day's guidelines.
Welcome to another episode of Dad Talk Volume, whatever, where we'll be discussing dating with kids and also Father's Day's guidelines.
But no, see, it's a specific series, so I wanted to see, but you don't really be like I was gonna put you on the
you can still bring me back for those, but I'm gonna talk about those anyway. What's your questions?
All right, so
Father's Day guidelines.
Okay,
so like I told you before, when you mentioned Mother's Day and and all these things that they can get, none of that shit applies to us. I really hate to be the bearer of bad news, but none of that shit applies to us as men, as fathers.
You don't be getting no gifts or nothing like that? No kudos, no thank you, no. I know dads that get kudos and thank you. I just feel like
I'm not saying kudos and thank yous don't happen. I'm just saying that's all you should really expect.
Damn, they don't be getting you no gifts. All right, when's the last time you got your the mom's kids a gift?
When did I get the mom's kid a gift?
The last time.
At this point, I don't, because I usually what I do is I'll send her some money, because I know she usually take her mom out, and I'll be like, if you and your mom are going out to lunch here, I'll pay for lunch for y'all. Mm-hmm. But she not really a gift person, so I don't really.
So she don't care if she gets gifts, or she's not a person to give out.
She's
gifts.
never expressed that she doesn't care. So I don't make a concerted effort to like go shopping for her. I mean, I see stuff online and I see stuff and I'll be like, yeah, like a month out or a couple of weeks out, I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna get this for her on behalf of the kids. Like, you know, the little necklaces with both the names on there, or like the little glow things that have like the one half moon is one kid's birthday and the other half moon is the other kid's birthday, and if you got like 6-7 kids, then you got all the moon phases.
Yeah.
Like gifts like that. I see shit like that and be like, no, I think that look cute. I'll give it to her. And I just never get it, because I'm like, I won't say that she won't value it, but I'm not much of a gift buyer. I'm a gift maker. Like I give you
Okay,
okay.
Like so the candles and the rugs. Okay, I remember you told me that.
So
shit. The rug shit was fire. That was a good idea. Give me some for that.
What rug shit?
Didn't you say that you was gonna go? You was gonna take a girl and make some rugs?
I probably lied.
This nigga coming up with good ideas, lying on the.
I don't know.
You almost got me in trouble talking about. You need to be more assertive and more creative, like Tyler. And this nigga out here just lying.
What did I say?
You was saying something about I think it was like me, you, and Teal, and I think the first episode or whatever, and we were talking about something, and you was saying that like you want to take a girl rug making or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's the key word. I want to. Oh, hey man, tufting.
Yeah. There we go.
Tufting.
What is that?
I want to. It's like rug making.
Oh, okay.
I want to.
Yeah, that'd be dope as fuck. Cause I'm gonna get a rug that's
have I ever done it? Hell no.
I feel you.
But now that you mention that, yeah, gotta look that up. Yeah. But
we gotta find you a girl first, nigga.
But the last
we got no. We gotta find you a girl first. I'ma see if River.
When I get a girl is when you have a baby. This is your future favorite boyfriend. Your future favorite husband.
Nah, cause you gonna go
sitting next to your future favorite baby daddy.
Cause you gonna fuck around and get a girl expeditiously just to see me have a baby. And then once the baby's born, you're gonna be like, nah, we ain't really work out.
Man, what I say lying at 35 is crazy, right? Hey man. But
you just that same shit for you. You be like, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I want to lock in. You know, man, I'm ready to, you know.
Like I said, lying at 35 is crazy.
On both our ends, but it's okay.
Hey man. Look, sir, I don't judge you. Don't judge me. But the last gift, like I really put some thought into, was, at least for her, on her behalf, was the kids had just got done playing. I want to say baseball and soccer, and obviously I got my camera. Or I used to have my camera, took pictures or whatever throughout the season, and I had them. I printed out the picture, like big as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I had them write a note on the picture and then write Happy Mother's Day, and then I had the jersey framed below it.
All right.
And that was like the last like real deal, like thoughtful gift. Other than that, like I sent her some bread, whatever, for her and her mom to go eat lunch or whatever. But back to what I was saying about Father's Day guidelines. You don't get none of that shit for Father's Day, bro. I got some shit last year. I got like a little thing. You seen it on top of my desk. It says like Dad's Home Workshop, bro. Seeing the shit, I appreciate it because the boys gave it to me, whatever. Literally, like 2 days later, I just had to go on to Ross. I seen the shit in Ross for $3. Maybe it was $7 for Father's Day. I don't know, but come on now, bro. We get passed by gifts. Ain't no real thought put into Father's Day, bro. The last great gift, or not great gift, the last great Father's Day gesture that was given to me was by Jew. And that was and even in that, Warren called me and was like, "Hey, bro, what you doing?" I was like, "Nothing." He was like, "Hey, put some shit on." I said, "All right." He was like, "No, you gotta put some shit on." I'm like, "All right, cool." He was like, "Meet us at this restaurant." Met him at a restaurant. We had brunch, and Jew took me and Warren out.
That was last year, right?
Yeah, it was me, Jew, Warren's mom, and I think Lauren was with us. We went out for Father's Day.
Yeah, I feel like this ain't gonna make no sense because I got dogs, but it's not.
But
the
that was the last like great gesture. But other than that, y'all don't be.
All right, I know we're gonna talk about now.
I don't be expecting no shit for Father's Day.
So why do you think the Mother's Day and the Father's Day energy is completely different?
Because they birthed the child. Truthfully speaking, that's just my opinion. Truth, it's a gender stereotype with Mother's Day. That's like they are. I don't want to say they're more important, but they hold a little bit more weight because it's a.
But you can't.
It's a public outcry that mothers do more than fathers throughout the year.
I mean.
That's just my opinion.
It depends.
You say that it depends. Let me fit. So I give you a perfect scenario. Maybe not you, because you and your mama, y'all ain't locked in like that. You and Shell, y'all be kind of whatever.
We getting better though. I love you, Mom. We getting way better.
But in the past, right, to your best memory, right, Wayne probably went all out for your mama and probably had y'all boys involved in going all out for your mama, right? For the most part. Maybe not like grandiose gestures, but for the most part, he put a lot of effort probably into making your mom feel loved on Mother's Day, right?
Yes, but not from us. Like if we go out, we would just go.
General, right? On the flip side, to the best of your memory, how much did your mother realistically, at least y'all were visible to, put into making sure Wayne enjoyed his Father's Day?
Every Father's Day, he enjoyed his Father's Day.
But I'm saying, like, was it the same gestures or was it just like,
no,
let me just leave this nigga alone because that's what he wants?
It was different gestures.
Okay.
She had took him to, he wanted to go to some steakhouse.
Okay.
She took him there.
Okay.
Couple of times, like he wanted to go to some games. She got tickets for him to go to the games.
Okay.
Other times it's just like as we got older, it was just basically like he just want to. Sundays she don't leave him alone anyway. Like Sundays, like he gets to watch TV, fall asleep on the couch. Don't really nobody bother him. But also like one or two times she had gave him money to go see his brother before they moved down here and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, but for the most part though, you're right.
But in what I think what goes into that is men are simpleton creatures. Like we don't.
I can agree.
We don't want a lot for like.
Sometimes it's just the thought.
At least it is the thought. And that is the concept. The concept and the notion of is just the thought. Is so. This is my hot take. This is my hot take. Cold take. It's so played out and so like misleading. That whole notion of it's the thought that counts, because it is the thought that counts.
But it's also the effort.
But it's also the effort and also the action. Because as a guy, if it was only as a guy showing that same, it's just the thought that counts. Towards a woman on Mother's Day,
it would be hell to pay.
Come on, man.
It would be hell to pay.
It'd be
hell to pay.
All type of burning of bridges and you this and you that and you on the bro, that's
no, I agree with you.
Crazy, bro.
I agree with you.
I read, and whether it was real or not, maybe it was just for jokes, like for shits and giggles, but for the one social media platform I still am on, Facebook, which is only purely for flags, so I can see my schedule and shit, and see tournaments. But I seen a post of this lady, and she was like, "Oh, the little shit, the am I the asshole shit," and it was basically this lady who she texted her husband, or her husband texted her and was like, "Hey, babe, like, me and the boys are going to the casino for Father's Day," and she was like, "Wait, what?" And she legit got mad, and she was like, well, how you know I didn't have nothing planned for you, and what type of father are you that you don't want to spend it with your kids, and all this other crazy shit. And it was just like,
I saw that post.
It's like, bro, like, he let the man live.
And it's crazy because most moms don't want to, like, actually, like, most single moms, Mother's Day, they better not have their kids. So how you going to then turn around and be like, dads don't want to spend Father's Day with their kids? No, nigga, I don't want to see you for the day.
And it's like, and it, just speaking for myself, like, obviously this weekend or whenever this drops, this past weekend was Father's Day, right? I never not want to see my kids. Like, it's very rare that I don't want to see my kids. Usually if I don't want to, I say this lightly, usually if I don't want to see them, it has everything to do with Flag. Because me being at Flag, like, I'm locked into a different realm, and that's kind of like my main focus. So yeah, like, I'm still teeter-tottering that line of, like, you know what I mean, fatherhood and, you know, athleticism. Like, I'm close to the line of saying I'm done with that shit and just purely, you know, locking in with them and doing shit with them. But I still have that taste of, you know, wanting to go do X, Y, Z. But any other time, like, I don't not mind having a gang with me. So, like, that's, like, pertaining to Father's Day, like, if she was to call me and be like, hey, like, it's your weekend, like, what do you want to do? I'd be like, all right, cool. Like, I come get in the morning or this and this and this. Like, I never not want to have them. But at the same time, like, I probably say, like, one of the best gifts I've given myself on Father's Day is just time away. Like, I've been to, like, one time, I told Warren about this, and it was, like, way back. And I asked him, I was like, bro, what you doing for Father's Day? He was like, oh, I got to go do this. I told him, I said, bro, tell them you're not coming in, bro. And he was like, nah, bro, I said, all right, cool. Like, I'm not finna, you know, I ain't going to get between a man and his money. Bro, woke up that morning, went to the beach, had me a little,
I remember that was like
had me a little chair.
That was like second season Thoughtful, right?
Whatever it was.
Because I remember
chair,
having this.
Had me a little umbrella. On the way down, stopped at 7-Eleven, bought like and I went to Publix, bought like a bunch of fruit. Bought me a case of I bought me like a case of the ghetto champagne. I had some leftover Crown Apple. Took all the fruit, poured it in the Crown Apple, or poured the Crown Apple over top of it, and sat on the beach. And just chilled. Moved my chair close as shit to the damn water and sat there. And I got fruit drunk and I drank. Dead ass. And I was just sitting there, bro. Like, I had the meanest sunburn, though. The meanest sunburn. But that was my Father's Day. And I was perfectly fine. With that. But I mean, I guess the overarching response to that statement of why do I feel like it's different? It's just because I think it's like an inherent growing up thing. Like, a lot of people put a lot of effort into it, and you see it as a child, so you just refuse not to put effort into it for the mom, and you don't put as much effort into it for the dad.
Okay. So why do you feel like dads are because I feel like there are a lot of dads that nurture, but we're only really seen as providers. As to where they see moms as in different hats, but I don't think that's how it really may be going down in somebody's house.
Repeat the question.
Like, why do you feel like dads are only seen as providers and not nurturers? And mom.
Do you think the two are mutually exclusive? That's my question to your question. Because to answer your question, I feel like
that's a good question.
I feel like I am a provider, but I'm also a nurturer. Truthfully speaking.
Yes, I feel like they could be mutually exclusive, but most women are saying that men are only providers. They don't nurture.
But what I'm saying is how a lot of women separate the two. I'm saying I feel like the two, you can't have one without the other.
I can see that.
In some capacity. Like, it's never not going to be one without the other. It's just maybe the percentage isn't as high. Like, there's never going to be a time where you're 100% provider and you're a 0% nurturer.
So why do you feel like, right? Because
that's just in my opinion.
Because, right, I don't think, like, right, it ain't a big deal to me, but a lot of people will stay at home mom, cool. Stay at home dad, they look at them crazy, like, I don't know if it's the ego thing, because if I'm married to you, it don't matter who makes the most money, because we fucking married.
Outside world. Is the wife saying it?
No, like just not the wife. Like the wife don't got no issue, but just people from the.
So you just answered your own question. It's outside people because of how they view everything should go. Even though
I would be a stay-at-home dad. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Prime example, how we was giving you shit about you not having a job, right? We was giving you shit about that.
Definitely
because and it was all jokes, but it was a little bit of truth to it of nigga get a job. Because no woman really wants to see, and it's funny, but it's not funny, but no woman really wants to see her man just having fun all fucking day, not doing shit. Not making like
that's true.
Like,
but
come on.
To my defense.
Come on, Roy. Like
my defense.
But like I said, it's not something that you gotta defend yourself on. It's just all jokes.
It would be different if I legit didn't have a job. My job didn't start. My job did start. So you was going to work? Yeah.
No, you was going to work?
I was.
No, you wasn't.
I open up this laptop, edit some videos. That's work. Working.
You're right. You know what? You're right. You're right. I retract my statements before. But yeah, I don't. It's an outside worldly thing with the whole, stay at home dad, stay at home mom shit. I believe I could be like a stay at home dad, but I don't know how stable and how still I could be in being a stay at home dad. I would feel like I have to do something outside the house.
Yeah, you could be a stay at home dad and still get a part time gig or something like that. A couple hours a week, so you.
Oh no, I ain't leaving out the house to go to work. If I can find me at home, I'll do that. But fuck no. I'm at home. I'm at home with my robe and my bonnet on, waiting for Bay to get home.
Oh my gosh!
Welcome home, my glorious queen.
Do you think that the lack of recognition affects dad's mental health and self-worth?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah!
You think that's why?
I give you an example, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe like a couple of years ago, it was just one Father's Day that I ain't get no recognition, and it was just like it took. I'll put it like this: I got recognition, but I didn't get the recognition I felt like I deserved, and it was just like. I remember I had called my mom. I was like, bro, or me and my mom was texting. And in my head, what I wanted to say was, this bitch tripping. But I didn't. I was just like, yo, like, I feel X, Y, and Z, yada, yada, yada. Because she was asking me, how was my Father's Day? Or what am I doing for Father's Day? And I was like, I'm not doing nothing. She was like, this and this and this. But in my head, I'm like, and it's gonna sound crazy when I make this statement. And I don't mean it in the literal sense, but like in a vacuum, I really mean what I'm about to say. But in my head, I was like, bro, you should be worshiping me, bro, for the shit I do. Because it's a lot of niggas that
don't do that shit.
It's a lot of niggas that don't do that shit.
Talk your shit, nigga.
It's a lot of niggas that wouldn't do the shit that I do.
Mm-hmm. Including me. Mm-mm.
So
I'm damn, no, not again.
But
fuck that.
It was just one of those things where my mama, she just told me, like, you can't let her place a value on you as a father that you don't even see that value yourself because you're way overpriced. You overpriced, or not overpriced, but your value is higher than what you feel like she should be giving you, and she doesn't give you that amount of value or validation. And like, I had to really take that shit to heart, bro. But to answer your question, hell yeah, that's something I feel like a lot of dads, they deal with, but they don't. It's definitely a silent struggle. Like, it's something that, internally, like, you want to hear that validation, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's something that I can really say, like, that it's something that would go a long way to real life shit. If I was to get a text from her on Sunday, or would have gotten a text whenever this comes out, and I get a text and no gifts, no money, no whatever, but if I get a text legit that says, not verbatim, but to the degree of like, you know, I really appreciate you as a father to the boys and what you do for them, and she really showed appreciation like that. That shit would mean a lot to me, bro. Like it really would, because I know, because in my heart of hearts and in my mind, I know what I do and I know what I sacrifice to be in the position that I am with both of them, and how grimy I could be, to how grimy I could really be. But I actively choose. And that's the thing. That's the thing a lot of dads, like, I feel like a lot of dads do. Like, they actively choose. It's not choosing it. It's you actively choosing. The difference to me is when you actively choose to do something, that means regardless of the outcome and regardless of what you have to put into it, you're still gonna do it. Regardless of what it's gonna cost you to put into it, you're gonna still put that same effort into it. Like, even if you don't get out what you put in. So actively choosing every single day to show up as a friend, to show up as a mentor, to show up as a dad, to show up as a father, to show up as a comedian, to show up as a punching bag, to show up as like just a emotional, like, you know, emotional conductor. Like, it's a lot of shit, bro, that goes into it. That it goes into being a mother too. Like, obviously, like, I'm a man. I've never been a mother, but you know, I posted when I was like heavily on TikTok. I posted a video about Theo's graduation, and what's not posted on the video is when he went through everything, and at the very end, like, they was doing like superlatives, right? And this how I know this is my child. And he got like the Crunch Award or whatever, something like that. And she was like, "Yeah, Theo Blunt, and he got the Clutch Award or the Crunch Award because he always coming through in the Crunch and the Clutch or whatever." And he got his, and she gave him like a little candy bar. He got all his awards, and he started crying. And I'm like, "Yeah, this my boy," because I be crying over little shit like that. But like, he cried, whatever. She went and got him, and then when we were talking, I started crying, all such shit. But like, it's little shit like that. Like, it's like little wins like that fatherhood makes it all worth it. That we as fathers, we don't always outwardly show on the shit. And like I said with the video, like, I posted that video, I posted all that video, and I posted another video. And I was just like basically saying, I don't know how some guys don't choose to actively be in their kids' life, because I remember seeing that. Like, this shit is amazing. Like, through all the ups and downs, the trials and tribulations, like, this is the life I want. Like, I want to be here. I want to experience all this stuff with my kid. And I just don't understand, or I don't choose to want to understand. Can I optionally listen and hear people out and hear guys out on it? I can, and I can empathize with them, and you know, but I'm gonna still take the stance that I got. I'm gonna still stand 10 toes down on, you know, actively being in my kid's life, regardless of A, who my kid is, and B, who I had the kid with. Like, that shit is just not gonna stop me and stop my momentum on that.
Let me ask you a question. A serious question. Do you feel like you're an involved dad, but you're not being, but you don't feel seen?
Do I feel like I'm an involved dad, but I don't get seen?
Don't feel seen.
Oh no, I'm not gonna say that. Like, I feel seen.
Okay.
I just don't. I think my biggest thing is the whole aspect of, and I mean, we've had this discussion about the whole broken home thing and the philosophy of having a broken home. I am under the pretense and the logic of, if we're not in the same household, it is a broken home. For the simple fact that I don't have the ability, and this is something that I've always said, and I'm gonna, again, 10 toes down on it always. I don't have the ability to wake up in the middle of the night or even in this capacity, since I work 3 o'clock to 1:30 in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the capacity to come home, walk in their room, pick one or both of them up, and bring them into the bed with me and go to sleep. I don't have that. I don't have that ability because they're not there with me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but for what they're not there for, I'm not gonna say I make up for it other times, but they know I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
Like they know I'm there. She knows I'm there. It's just one of those things where it's like I'm not a spotlight ass dad. Like I really don't care about the spotlight as a dad or as just a black man in general. But like I know I'm never not gonna not be seen. It's the, like I mentioned before, it's just the verbal appreciation and adoration to say, hey, like, I appreciate what you're doing. Like, you don't gotta do this shit. You don't. And I think that's the biggest thing is with a lot of dads is just the acknowledgement of saying, like, and this goes with anything, truthfully speaking. Like, you don't have to be doing this. You don't have to. Like, there's a A and a B to every situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and with parenting, you don't have to. You don't, like, that's the and I think that goes over a lot of people's heads of whether you're a mother or you're a father, but in the situation of father, like, you really don't have to. And you could choose to not give a fuck about what anybody has to say about you and you not doing it because it's your choice. But when you choose to do it, then do it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't half-ass doing it. Like, if you gonna do it fully. That's just my 2 cents on that shit. So
Okay, I'll fuck with that.
I don't never, like, I know I'm seen. I'm not. I know.
All right.
That.
What are some ways people can celebrate fathers better?
And all of this, everything I just said, leave us the fuck alone. Not gonna lie. Leave us the fuck alone. No, I'm joking. But I'm serious though. Leave us the fuck alone. How can we be celebrated better? Like I said, it's just really the appreciation, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's real. I wholeheartedly believe, bro. 80. I would put the percentage at like 85 to 90%, bro. That 85 to 90% of dads, if they just simply got the verbal appreciation, it don't got to be no gifts involved, bro. It don't. But just the appreciation, the constant consistency for the ones that show up, and even in, maybe this is a bad take, maybe it's a great take. For the ones that show up, yes, consistent appreciation, all of that, blah 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 blah. But even for the ones that don't show up, right? For the moments that they do show up in, give that appreciation. Because once again, they don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
They can continue to be, in their eyes, a lot of moms' eyes, not shit ass dads or sperm donors or whatever. They don't have to.
Yeah.
And that's it. And again, that's it. You can actively choose here, actively choose there. But when they choose to actively be in that kid's life, whether it's hit and miss or hit and hit or whatever, just to get appreciation. It ain't, like we said, like people say on social media, like, how much do it cost for a like?
Yeah.
Double tap somebody's shit, bro.
Yeah.
It don't take nothing for you to, everybody's on social media. Most people are. Everybody got cell phones. Most people do.
Yeah.
Everybody know how to reach somebody somehow, some way. It don't take. Hey, I appreciate what you do for the kids. That's really not that hard. Like, and if it goes further than, I appreciate what you do for the kids because you do yada 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 yada. Cool. But just that small gesture of just saying, I appreciate what you do. Like, because you don't have to. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't have to send money. You don't have to pick them up. You don't have to do this, and this. Like, it all goes back to the appreciation, bro.
I feel it. All right, man. Parenting corner second, man. What's the struggle of the week?
Struggle of the week. Damn, what is the struggle of the week?
I want to say thank you for carrying this episode because this edible blunt combo
Struggle of the week.
got me a little,
What is my struggle of the week with the kids? Really, 'cause they're on summer break now, so it's not really
a struggle.
It's not really. I mean, the struggle. I mean,
Struggle of the week should be them being scared of my goddamn dog.
Nah, but it's
the other one.
We see what happened.
It's the other one.
We see what happened.
Yeah. You're still a G. No offense to you, KJ.
But struggle of the week. I don't think we really. I don't know. I think the struggle of the week is still gonna be the struggle of the week of me having to always fucking drive over there.
Yeah, that blow. I don't know how you do that because I'd have got tired.
Take them to school and take them, but that's not really a struggle. That's just that's whatever, bro.
You better than me because I'd been like, this got to change.
Yeah. So really, honestly, really no struggles of the week, bro.
That's why I don't think I'm ready to be a dad because some of the stuff that you and Warren and Juice will just put up with for the sake of the argument, I'm not gonna put up with because I don't think it's fair.
But to what it's not about being fair.
Well, you right.
It's about the kid. That's a big thing, bro. That once you have to come to the understanding, like it's about the kid, bro. It has zero. Once I came to that understanding that it has zero to do.
Well, that would be a mess. I don't know when I'll be able to come to that understanding.
With the other, you come to it quick, because then you'll realize you really don't. Because once you start putting more stock into the other parent, then you do the kid, then you be like, I'm shortchanging the kid. Truthfully speaking, but y'all don't, ain't really no struggles.
Okay. You got a funny dad story?
I always got those. It's just whether they can come to memory fast enough. What has this young man done lately?
Hey, yo, next time, real quick, Theodore, I'm talking to you. The next time you ask for some chips and you don't eat all your goddamn chips, I'm gonna tell you no, because you be out here wasting my chips, Theo.
I don't know why you gave them to him.
Because he asked for them.
Hey man, the child. He eat 2-3 of them. He done.
Man, this nigga.
Funny dad story. I don't know. Like I feel like he don't. I don't know. Theo's in this phase where he's always in the phase of he don't really give a fuck about shit.
Because he get it from you.
Yeah.
He get it from you. It must be in the blunt DNA.
Yeah.
Because KJ ain't like that.
Yeah, Theo's his own damn person. Yeah, I don't know. I don't actually have a funny dad
Okay.
story. Not that I can think of.
Right now, how do you view yourself as a father?
I say right now where I'm at in fatherhood is I'll put it like this, or I'll say this. The worst thing to happen to my fatherhood was me quitting Assurion and then re-getting a job. Because it showed, it really showed how much time
You was missing out on.
Not necessarily missing out on. It really showed how much time I can actually spend with them, or him, or vice versa. Real deal. It showed me how much time I really spend and waste at a fucking job when I can be with them or with him doing whatever the fuck they feel like doing, bro. Truth, that's just me being completely fucking honest. Like when I stopped working in September, all of October, all of November, all of December, January, half of January, then the top of February before I got a job. Like I was able, even though I didn't do it, because I was doing Lyft and I was doing all this other shit, but I like real deal. If I wanted to take them to school and pick them up from school every day, I could. If I wanted to bring them home every single day with me, I could, because I didn't have a job.
Yeah.
But now, so that's that. Inversely, I will say if I could redo that entire process over again, I probably would have wrote that job out up until now, quit now, and had the whole summer with them, and then got a job right before they went back to school.
Yeah,
that's what I would have did, truthfully speaking, because then I would have been able to. I thoroughly would have been able to enjoy the summer with my kids, like to do whatever. Like they wouldn't even have to go to summer camp. Like the other one still would have to go to school because he's in summer school, but I would have been able, like it wouldn't have been, nothing would have been off limits to do. Like I could have legitly, and I would have relished in it and loved it. I legit could have had them the whole fucking summer, the whole entire summer, bro. If I really wanted to, and if they wanted to. So how I view myself as a dad is I don't feel like I'm like middle of the road. I'm in my own lane. I'm not on the sidewalk. I'm not in the middle of the road. I'm just in my own lane. I'm like in a bike path, I guess you could say. So I have moments where, it's like I have moments where it's like riding, I guess you could say it's like riding it's like riding a go-kart, I guess you could say. Like I could ride on a sidewalk with a go-kart. Or I could ride in the road with a go-kart. Or I could ride off-road with a go-kart. So I have all of these abilities, but it's just choosing which lane needs to be taken at what time.
I feel that.
So that's kind of where I am as a father.
All right, man. Where can I find you at?
You can't. I'm on hiatus. Find me on Facebook. Huey Newton. That's about it.
You get that post I sent you on Facebook?
What post?
A post that somebody did and
yeah. I seen that. Yeah.
I thought that would have been something to talk about for graphic tees.
Yeah, I seen that. But yeah, if you see me, you see me. If you don't, you don't.
What y'all need to do, man, right? Subscribe to the YouTube, man. The Average Media LLC. Then also subscribe to my boy, Juice. He got a new show called Delivering with Juice. There's some funny shit. This is some funny shit, so I need y'all to go ahead and subscribe to that. Also, man, if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the all your podcast platforms. Baby Daddy Chronicles Pod on Instagram, Baby Daddy Chron on Twitter. Good Pods, YouTube, all that, man. All right, man.
Oh, you know what? I do have a funny dad story.
Okay.
So, you're kind of involved in this. So, how it stacks up, and I don't know how it always happens like this. How it stacks up is every time I get them, it's some type of wrestling event that happens. No matter what. We're always here to watch wrestling. Last time I got Theo, I pick him up. He asked me something, and I was like, no, we're not going to do that. And he was like, oh, are we going to watch wrestling? And I said, I had to think. I was like, no, that's not till next week. This nigga opened the door and got back out the car. I said, where you going? He was like, ain't no wrestling this week. I said, what? I said, so what, you just don't want to come to my house because ain't no fucking wrestling this week?
Damn, Theo. That's how you feel, bro?
He was like, no, but what are we going to do? All right, don't worry about it. Don't even fucking worry about it, Playboy.
Damn, Theo, that's how you feel, bro?
So every time you come to my house, don't worry about it. Or
fucking RKO his ass every time. So he walk through the door, he come in my room and ask some stupid shit. Talk to you in the bed right there. As soon as he climb up, RKO'd on my bed. So yeah, that's my like. I was like, bro, you have the fucking audacity to get in my damn car, and the minute I tell you ain't no wrestling this weekend, you gonna get the fuck. All right, you should make your whole ass walk home, bro. Like this shit here, bro.
That's your son, bro, for real.
I say this nigga here, bro. You ain't shit, bro.
All right, man. We out. Peace.